You know.
Anybody have a Samsung?
I do. In the car.
Oh, how much time is that? Think I could make it?
No, you don't. You ain't got time. It's let's go.
What's happening? God damn.
What?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is Bo. Lil Bo.
Every week is something different, but this is Q.
I'm T.
Dolly B.
And this is the juice. So welcome back.
This ain't no juice. But go ahead.
Welcome back. Thank y'all for coming. We're in our 4th week. Congratulations to us. Thank y'all for watching. Yeah, we
don't do that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it because we
we appreciate.
stopped.
Congratulations to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for the support.
Of course.
Yeah.
But this week we'll be talking about domestic violence, police brutality. What else we talking about?
I want to say, hold on, let me say this.
Wait, let me say, wait. We're going to do relationships. Should you split it 50-50? And then Nicole Murphy versus Lisa Rashawn. About the way. Leela Rashawn. I'm sorry.
Lisa?
It's Leela.
Oh, man.
I want to say this off the rip. I do not condone domestic violence.
Nobody condones.
I definitely don't condone it. I don't condone it.
Keep y'all
with that shit.
everybody.
You shouldn't do it.
Keep your hands to myself. I done lost 3 homeboys and got killed by their girlfriend. Facts.
Not cool. So this week with
your
domestic
hands to
violence,
yourself.
we're going to definitely give y'all a number and
Y'all
just
think
talk
I be
about it
good?
like, no, we don't. Nobody should be touching each other. Also this week, Dolly's going to be reading y'all comments out, so please have a dialogue with us. Because we're going to be talking with y'all because, again, we appreciate y'all looking at us live, and that's part of the benefits. So go ahead. Let's start with this domestic violence topic.
Well, first of all, like we said, everyone just needs to be keeping their hands to themselves. Once you respect somebody in that level, you eliminate the problem off rip. Nobody needs to be putting their hands on anybody. That goes for women hitting men and men hitting women.
Yeah, because it's a lot of that, that goes on, in our community. Us, with a lack of control for with our emotions. So we tend to, tend to resort to other forms of physical, actions toward each other. So it go both ways. No man should definitely be putting his hands on a woman. And the woman definitely can't beat a man, so why you want to try the man and put your hands on the man? You know what I'm saying? When the only way you're going to really beat him is by picking up the phone and calling 911. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just, kind of resolve those issues before y'all want to go to that, walk away.
Yeah,
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Because I was going to say, I just totally agree with that. Nobody should put their hands on each other. If you're getting to that point, you need to walk away. And on top of that, if that's the dynamics of your relationship, the relationship is over. Really, if you disrespect each other like that. Because honestly, I don't want nobody black in my eye.
I done seen them last longer than...
Oh, they do, but it's not healthy. I don't want nobody with Ike tendencies. If you got Ike tendencies, stay away from me.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to lack of control. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are more sensitive than women when we actually look at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Because men can't and haven't really had a time when they've been able to like release these emotions. You know what I'm saying? And since they probably,
Agree.
was kids or something, they probably haven't cried in years. So if you think about it, you know what I'm saying, majority of the men that we see are probably more emotionally holding on to baggage than majority of these women are.
Agree.
Agreed. What you got to say, Bo?
Yeah, man, keep your hands to yourself, man. I done lost, real talk, I done lost, like, 3 of my homeboys have been killed by their girlfriends. And, my cousin was shot, like, 2 years ago by his girlfriend. All this unprovoked shit, though. This ain't no, fed up type. This is just some, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't with that.
So I have a question for the fellas. So, women are really quick to call the police when a man hit them. Is it okay for y'all to call the police if a woman hit y'all?
Well,
I'm a 911 your ass to death.
me personally,
Your ass getting booked. Put your hands on me, I'm booking your ass.
I've never done it. You know what I'm saying? However, you know what I mean. Does it need to happen more often? Probably. I would say so, but then you have to ask yourself, because a lot of men don't call the police because 9 times out of 10 they ain't in a position to take care of the responsibilities that particular woman might be handling at that time, and they really know that, hey, if they do hit her and she go to jail, or call the police and she go to jail, you stuck.
You got the kids?
You got the kids, you got all these responsibilities.
So nigga rather get beat.
Nigga rather get
Take
his
care of
ass
them
beat
kids.
than take care of his own
That
kids.
shit makes sense,
And
though.
this some real shit. You know what I'm
Stay
saying?
home with them kids.
This some real
Just
shit.
beat me.
The same thing for the women, though. It go both ways. They take a lot of shit because, shit, a nigga got something. You don't really see too many women sitting around going through shit with a nigga who ain't got nothing going on.
You right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they
Especially that part of it. Like,
so what is the origin behind all that shit? Low self-esteem? What?
I think it's ego. I definitely believe
Ego?
it. Yeah, it's control, ego.
they seen it. They lived it. They saw their parents do it. They saw their mama dealing with boyfriends. They saw their daddy dealing with girlfriends. They didn't see their mama dealing with a guy. They didn't see their daddy with a girl ever. So it's all into that. Everything, like I always say, we were born clean canvas, man. So what we see, we absorb, we turn into that, or we unconsciously do shit that we don't even know where we learned it from. This is why, not to change it, but in music, back in the day when rap first started, everything was
more conscious.
what they call it samples. So you would hear a rap song and be like, damn, you already used to it, like, but that's how it is. That's life. You see something, you don't even know why you like this. I don't even know why I like this damn food. You know what I'm saying? Or just period shit. It's just your upbringing and that shit.
But I guess you need to know your triggers too. That's gonna push
I
you.
know my triggers.
Right?
Yeah, we know from last week. What's your triggers?
I know my goddamn triggers.
And so you walk away when you hear your triggers, right?
That's the thing.
I'm walking away.
A lot of times you gonna get called all kind of names by the woman if you tend to turn around and walk away. You know, that's the time they're gonna try to provoke you the most. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to be the bigger person of the man and really understanding like the situation and like, listen, man, I got too much to lose. I can't put myself in this situation. She tripping. I gotta hit it.
I'm out.
However,
when you walk away, now I'm throwing something at the back of your head.
throwing something, fuck nigga, all kind
you
of shit.
stabbing
You know what
me
I'm
in the
saying?
back.
It's
I
all
got
kind of
probably
shit.
my nigga
You know what I'm
dead
saying?
behind that.
All kind of shit, cause sometimes you get so caught up with love and like you say, some people can't do it on their own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit really hit home when a person say they finna leave. You know what I'm saying? Or it's over.
But you know what's really sad is when people think that abuse is a sign of love.
Yeah.
Like when they say, if my man don't hit me, he don't love
I've
me.
heard a
And that's
motherfucker
very
say
sad.
I
that.
be praying that be a joke when they be
No.
But you know, when people say that and that's how they're raised, that's really sad that we live in a society that people think abuse is a sign of love. Because love ain't supposed to hurt.
Yeah, but guess what they tattoo say? Pain is love. That is an oxymoron. If you don't know what an oxymoron is, it's two things that don't fucking belong together. That don't make no fucking sense. Pain is love don't make no fucking sense, my nigga. You know what I mean? Love don't hurt. It is what it is.
However,
ain't no other way around that shit.
When we can't necessarily say that for everybody, because when we experience life, people love people and then get hurt. And why, you know, it's just a reality of the world, you know what I'm saying? You know what we're saying? Because people are not perfect. And when you're dealing with people
that's bullshit.
No, when you
not perfect is an excuse.
No, man, it's really not.
That's a fucking excuse.
Well, it can't be to some people.
To everybody. You know what the hell you doing?
Yeah, you do know what you're doing.
So
but
it's not.
When we talk
make
about
a choice, not a mistake,
talk about a
bro.
person that's not trained or hasn't been taught or hasn't been, you know, steered in these directions as, you know, growing up as a child, you can't really fault them for the decisions that they make as an adult, is what I'm saying. What I'm really trying to get at. Unless you go back,
that makes sense.
You can't fault them
until you go back.
That makes sense.
Unless you go back and have a conversation with this individual. The thing is, we don't identify these issues and then have a conversation about them. We tend to judge, or we tend to put a person on the spot and make them feel a certain kind of way for how they feeling.
Right.
However, we don't necessarily understand why they feeling like that or where it come from. So again, it goes back to the person that's really feeling that kind of way. If you allow somebody to anger you, you're only punishing yourself, because you really don't know why they feel that way.
So basically saying there's something inside of you that you need to check.
You basically need to check yourself. Because again, it goes back to the thinking, the feeling, and the reaction. If you think it, then that's what you're going to feel, because now you done heard somebody else say this to you, or you feel like this from somebody else having a conversation with you, or somebody else that you know have, you know, had a conversation with somebody or been treated like this. So now you have absorbed it, like you were saying, because now this negative information has continued to rush in your brain. So now you like, well, damn, it's happening to me. So now I'll see it like this. You see what I'm saying? Instead of opening it, having an open mind and saying, you know what, let me allow this to come in. Let me see what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Before I prejudge.
Right. And it's always, see, far as me, like I say, it's an origin. So when I'm, you know, messing with somebody, I always want to know, like, where you from and how you was raised, like what, and I'm gonna understand why they act the way they act. That's all I need to know is, oh, you from, okay, I see why, okay, that's why you wear that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, your mama, okay, I could peep it from that. I want to know the history. You know what I mean? Where, you know, and that's where I could deal with that. But, because I know where it come from. You tell me about your past relationship, okay, I know, oh, that's why you do that.
So if you know where people be coming from, why do people still get in relationships with certain people? Knowing it could be a clash, or knowing how they are, how they raised is going to affect the relationship later on down the line.
Because some people think they can change people, and they think they can help it. Like, you know, everybody want, like, especially women, we think that we can fix stuff. And when we see that you're broken, no, I'm just saying, when we see you broken, we think that we can get it and help you and mend
you the one to do it.
Right, and we see the potential in you, and then we'll look at the flaws and be like, how can we help him work through it? Right? But a lot of times it's something that you have to do yourself. I don't care how hard I love you. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to receive anything that I give you.
I've the crazy thing about it is, when you meet, you know, I done met broken women, and I'm talking about built them up, real shit, like, and they go back to the same fuck shit. They go back to the shit. I dated a girl, real shit. This is real quick though. She was dating the pastor of the church. Right?
Was he married?
No, she was the girl. She was the first lady, whatever. Yeah, he kicking her ass at home. Yeah. She fighting with the girls in the church because he messing with the girls in the church. All that, yeah. And I'm the next nigga. Like, after that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's me. Like, damn, how I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? This shit in my life. You send
flowers every week.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but you like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm like, yo, all right, man, this ain't what it is. Then I see you again, you done got a baby. Like, you pregnant from him. like, damn, y'all have a kid. I'm like, man, I hope you all right from everything what I know.
Man,
You
look,
know what I'm saying?
people like people they gotta fix.
Yeah,
People that they gotta help. People that they
I'm tired
gotta
of that shit.
take care of.
I
People
ain't
that's
with
gonna
that shit no
depend
more.
on them. People love having somebody that's gonna always have to depend on
How
them.
long that
like,
shit lasts though? That
I
only
don't
lasts
know,
for so
'cause
long, cause then a bitch
I'm
on
done
Facebook
with
or
that
social media talking shit about your ass.
Real quick,
Cause you
real
ain't did a
quick.
motherfucking thing.
You did enough.
but
you
that's-
did
I'm
enough.
You ain't doing
Every
shit.
time.
That's what you
Every
ain't
time.
doing. That's the words they use.
Every time.
You ain't
Motherfucker go
doing
back
shit.
to the same nigga that drug their ass. But listen, my thing is what I believe in change. So I don't even be mad. Like, people change. I can't say I'm not the same person I was. You know what I'm saying? People change, so salute to anybody.
People-
you can change. You can
People
be
do
better.
change, but you gotta, when you can actually see the change in the person, or actually that they want to even make that effort to change. People be doing the same thing for too long.
I'm telling you,
it
they
ain't
stuck in
ain't
their
shit
ways.
change. It ain't
It
changing.
is
It
what
ain't
it is.
changing.
Ain't
So
nothing gonna change. It's
And you
dead.
coming
That's
in
not
is
true.
like
people
not
do.
true.
Let's
you
say
coming
this.
in is
That's
fucking
not
up their
true.
world.
So let me say
They
this.
do change.
And,
Fucking shit up with
and
this
we're gonna
own shit.
end this topic really quick because we could go on
Straight
about
up.
this too. But get help, get out. Right? Nobody should be hurting each other. And if you need help, the 1-800 abuse number is 1-800-799-7233. Everybody can call
Straight
it.
up.
Hit
So
'em up.
please, nobody should be getting black eyes and broken arms.
You know,
Don't be afraid to call
I
in.
ain't even gonna say that right
No,
now.
we'll
call
That'll be a bad
Call
thing
them.
to say right
But
now.
with leaving that topic, let's talk about how the police is treating our children and black men out in society.
Oh man, this shit ain't changed in the last 50 years. Ain't nothing changed. What you want? What you want to talk about?
Hey, they killing niggas, man. Next topic.
So we don't
It's on the news every night. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, you want to say you just want to skip that? Okay,
No, we ain't never got to skip it.
okay, so all right, so then let's talk about this really quick. I posted on my Facebook. Did you see where the security guard pulled the gun on the black
Yes.
officer?
Yes.
He was on duty and he told him that he wasn't supposed to bring his gun in the building.
And security guard put a gun
A
on
white security guard pulled a gun on a black officer. A
Oh.
police officer.
I
Sworn
didn't even
in.
know
And he
security
black.
guards.
He's
So they
black.
have
Security
guns.
guard
I
get
thought
shot?
security guards.
It depends on
It
where
This
they
one
at.
top flight. This one top flight.
He
It
was-
depends
this-
on where they at.
This was
I don't understand.
this one top flight.
How he even had the gun?
They
Cause they
it-
have them.
it's
They
different-
do
it's
have
armed
different
them. They
places,
got
but
armed
different-
security at some
different
places.
shit.
Cause they want to protect their assets.
One thing I know about it, I
which is
done
the
had
people
my
coming
ass
up in
whooped
these
by them
rooms
people,
in these apartments.
and I didn't even know you could sue a motherfucker. Like, I thought it was regular. Shit, I was legit my first ass whooping. Matter of fact, the riots. Yeah, they got a hold to me. Yeah. I ain't still nothing else. Goddamn it. I ain't break no more windows. I ain't set no more fires. Straight up. GB too. My brother GB. They fucked him up.
Shit, we
took
talking
me
about
to
police
jail.
brutality. If y'all want to go back and do some history real quick, go back, look in 1977. I believe it was in March of 1977. On the Deuces, a man named Curtis Pac-Man Murph was shot in the back by the police for running away, for fleeing and eluding. So police brutality, and that was one of the first major uproars in St. Petersburg when this man got shot, which is my granddad. So go back and look it up. That right there, Curtis Pac-Man Murph. Ask your granddaddy or your grandma about this man. Right? And what happened in the city when this
What they
happened?
called it? They had a name for
It
it.
was the Deuces back then.
No, the situation. Yo, I can't think of it, but
But listen, police brutality is something that we've been dealing with for years because of the simple fact that we've been dealing with white supremacy. We've been dealing with all kind of, laws that have been keeping us in situations that have been redlining us and keeping us out of positions where we can gain, financial freedom. So when we talk about police brutality, the way that these people look at us have been the way they've been looking at us for the last 400 years. Ain't nothing changed. These are nothing but the descendants of the families, of the children of the families that been, torturing us for all these years.
It's like the children of the corn.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit. If we
I just feel like if it's like when I see black officers on the north side, I'll be like, to me that's backwards. But I think that's the game. The game, what they do now is, this is the way they trick everybody now is, every major city has a black sheriff. The chief is black. This is the trick that they try to play us with. Because every time something happens, you see the black, he be like, damn, he black. But this is the thing, he's under the commissioner, the governor, who run this shit. You're just a pawn.
The mayor.
You're nobody. The mayor. You're nobody. You just a representation for when it's something happen. You can come up here and speak, and niggas be like, well, damn, they got a black, what you call it? What we tripping for? You understand what I'm saying? Look at anything that go on, any major city. I don't care where you at. You gonna see it's gonna be. If he ain't black, he Spanish, Latin, whatever.
Except Polk County over there with Grady Judd, boy.
Now see, Grady Judd is another kind of guy, and that's not a major city. That's some bullshit. Everybody from Polk County, they say the whole. I'm from Polk County. They don't even say. You gotta say the whole thing. You can't just say I'm from Lakeland or from Haines City. You gotta say I'm from Polk County because y'all ain't got nothing going on.
Grady Judd taking
the biggest
everybody.
building, like 7 stories high, some shit. Oh man.
But you know what's crazy?
My niggas over there though.
What's crazy for me is, and I know, like you say, it's been going around for years and years, and it's something we can't get away from. But where police find self-control when a white person does something, and they don't have that same self-control when they see a black person.
They
and
protect their own. It is what it is. That's what they do. They protect their own. What they supposed to do.
They don't know if they finna shoot one of their partners' sons out here. They don't know if they finna shoot one of their partners' cousins or nephews if they out here shooting little white kids.
But it's some
They
black.
don't know who that
That's
is.
our problem.
But I want to say,
We the only ones got the problem. Black officers killing black, that's the problem. So we ain't gonna lay down them people, man. You gotta really do something for one of them to shoot you. You know what I'm saying? A white man and a white cop, he gotta damn near kill him before the cop shoot him.
Because he don't know who this man know.
It is what it is.
He don't know if this man knows.
The biggest problem though is that it's actually just accustomed to life. Like it's just a norm. Like by now everyone expected everything to be. You know what I'm saying? Because people still, anytime you have any type of altercation with, you know what I'm saying, another race, and you want to pull the race card, people like, oh, you want to bring up racism. Like, people still floated in the air like, man, it ain't even all what it used to be. But all in all, it is still what it used to be.
yes.
Like, people do want to water it down, but it's like, nothing changed. Like, yes, it's still like,
nothing changed.
We got any comments over there?
The people who said it ain't how it used to be ain't been out here.
Facts.
My little brother, we sitting up, and me and my partners, we talking about how the police just did my dog, and he like, man, they can't do that. I'm like, what world are you in? They do what they want to do. You guilty until proven innocent. I done been there where you, battery on a Leo. I ain't did nothing. You done searched my car, you ain't found nothing. Now you just hit me with a battery on a Leo so I can go to jail. Right. Just a made up, they just had a young white cop, 20-something years old. When you that young, this is taught. He been planting dope on people his whole time. He been on in the whatever they call it. The whole time they just got him. They had to let go like 150 people behind him. You know what I'm saying? This is their lifestyle. I ain't tripping. It is what it is. Stay out the way.
I was about to say, you just need to be aware.
Stay out the way.
Tell our kids to be home at decent hours as we can. We can't always protect them, but
can't stop that, man. And that ain't really.
No, I'm just saying, but we
still need to tell our kids. What we need to do is we need to teach our children how to deal with these police officers when they come out here.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. So they can go live
no, sir.
Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the dad is.
That's when the walk away is serious.
Listen, man. We talking about somebody walking away.
I don't really agree with that whole sir, yes, sir.
Sir, yes,
sir.
But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You always do want to keep in mind you just trying to make it home.
Listen, we ain't
to
talking
your
about
family.
You know they fucking with you.
You
Listen,
know they
man.
is,
What
but
it
you know what I'm
is.
saying? At the end of the day, I'm definitely not finna be, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, at the
On
end
my
of the
knees for Nan.
at the end of the day,
Period.
if you got a
So,
son out here
you know what I'm
or a
saying? It is
daughter,
what it is. I'm gonna give you respect. You give me respect, and that's just what it is. Like,
yeah, but if you got a
Well,
son,
when
or
I tell
if
you-
you got a son out here and they out here wilding and shit, and they in a bad spot, or not necessarily bad, but they in a spot where a lot of chaos going on, and these people are in fear, and your son might be there. You want your son to get home safe.
Yes.
Believe
that's all
it.
he need to be understanding. Get
So
home.
that's what I'm saying. If he come into interaction with these people, how do you do that? By being polite as
Obedient.
possible. That's it.
But really, if you have an obedient child and a polite child, they ain't gonna be disrespectful to a police officer anyways. The only one that's gonna be like, fuck you, crack
Listen,
up
you
is
little
the
nigger.
motherfucker that
Listen,
be on there
nigger.
anyway.
Down on your knees, nigger. Yeah, that gonna get his mind right.
Yeah, and guess what?
Yo, that's
you
that's
gonna do
when
what you
can
have to
tell
do.
he
If you see if he
obedient
got
to you.
guns pulled out, talking about get down on your knees, nigga, then you
I'm
get down
gonna-
on your knees.
I ain't did. And that's the thing. See, me and my dad had this conversation. He like, do what they tell you.
Right.
Right.
And I couldn't. I'm like, but that he was selling cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? But dad like, man, get down. They tell you to get down, get your ass down.
That's right.
They telling you to stop resisting, nigga, stop resisting.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like, but no, but all he had was cigarettes,
But that's another thing
and I
though.
couldn't even argue with him.
We as parents, we done been arrested. We know what it's like to be
My
booked.
ass whooped.
We know what it's like to get whooped by these crackers. A lot of women don't. So why would they want your son? Why would they want you to respect or say, "Hey, sir, yes, sir," to these crackers or something like that? Or the police officer when they can be disrespectful because majority of the time
that ain't
they not.
true.
Majority of the time,
Okay, let's say
y'all can get away with it because for one, they gonna look at y'all ass and be like, "Oh, you too pretty,"
So
or
let's
"You
say
got a
this.
kid in the car."
From experience, now I've never been arrested.
What?
Never been arrested, right? But I've had 16 guns pointed at my head, right? They knew I wasn't the person they was looking for. They done flipped me, put me in the back seat of the police car for 2.5 hours, still knowing I wasn't the person that they was looking for.
Yeah, welcome to the
to
black
our
side.
world.
Welcome to
to our
being black,
world.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Welcome
and,
to
you
our
know,
world.
and you know what?
Now you black. Now you black.
Now
you in our world. Now you
black in my black card.
Straight up.
But you know, and then I looked at police different at that point, you know, and I still respect the law, but I did look at it different because they knew that I had nothing to do with what they were looking for. They knew that I wasn't the person, but yet they chose to treat me like that. I didn't disagree with them. I wasn't argumentative.
I'm telling you.
So again,
don't-
we just say do what they say. So the objective is so that
The
you can
thing
get home
is-
safe, and then we'll handle it later.
But
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
say, you
later.
did all of that and you still had 16
Believe
guns
it.
pointed to your
Believe
head.
it.
So at the end of the day,
It
the
don't
moral of
mean-
the story is
I'd rather
you may be respectful, you may be on yes sir,
And still
you
get your
still
ass
get your
whooped.
ass shot.
But listen, I'd rather for the
Or they-
16 guns to been pointed at me and me yes sir, no sir, than for me to resist them and then they be inside of me.
The bullets.
Yes.
The thing is,
accident.
they are
Or they
taught.
get charged
This
for it.
is part of
Right.
this is part of the this is their protocol. You know what I mean? Me, I have black police officer friends, homeboys. I don't trust them. Facts. Cause I feel like if you don't speak up against what's going on, you part of that shit. And I know, boy, shit hit the fan. I'm dead.
Yeah, but that
On your end, the black cop.
we got a lot
It's
of,
not a line when it's police. It's police and black. We don't call black police officers niggas. We call them crackers. The black officers. Yeah, that cracker, and they be the main ones with the fuck shit.
Cause most of the
Don't
time,
have no whip.
most of the time they don't be from
Don't
around
have
here.
no car, nigga.
Most of the time they don't be from around
What?
here. Though. Hey, most
Yeah.
of the time them ones they don't be from
and
around
the
here.
ones around here fucking the, you know what they got him for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know.
But most of the black cops that's in your area are not from around here, so they don't know you like you may think they do, or know this community like we may think. All they doing is their job, or that's what they think they doing, coming in the community and policing it. You see what I'm saying?
And I think the problem is too, even if you have a black officer that is from around here that, you know, joins the law enforcement community and tries to be that black cop in the community, it still won't even work because the stigma is already so negative with police officers that it's like it wouldn't even make no sense.
But I know some good
to even be a black officer in my mind at this point in time. Like it don't make no sense.
I know some good black officers that go. And they go to bat for us when they
do. But the problem is,
are we raising police officers?
I got a story about
other people don't look at them
as no black officer y'all talking about. And I got a story about it.
But you can't be mad at them for doing their job.
Right. No, they doing more than their job.
No, listen, trust me, they're not. Most of them are actually trying to, you know what I'm saying, be that better half. But at the end of the day, like I said, that stigma
how long has he been
with
on the
police
thing?
officers is so bad that people in the community don't respect police officers regardless. Just like Bo said, as soon as you see that black officer, he's still a cracker to you.
Cracker ass cracker.
So you get what I'm saying? Like he already lost. Like he already, you know what I'm saying, trying to win your respect.
He's not coming. They're not doing. See, you gotta get pulled 100 times for no reason. For you to understand.
John said the brother in Baton Rouge was laying on his back and they shot him in the chest.
Sad. Very sad.
Shot him in the chest and he was laying on his back. Damn. That's brutality. That's fine,
man. That ain't.
So the question is, because we're talking, should we start?
What the fuck they was on them for? Why they was fucking with them?
We don't even know. We don't have all the information. But the question is, do we now raise our children to probably be police officers? So then they know how.
No, we do not.
No, I'm just asking. We need some good black police officers. If that's the problem, do we now encourage?
One of the things, listen,
people that look like us in our community.
Y'all remember?
That's the question. I'm just asking.
Y'all remember that, bro? Suge had the LAPD working for him,
and it was all crooked, bro.
And whether they was crooked or not,
Rampart. They was part of.
They was all black.
They all got indicted.
Yeah, but it was black.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. They
time,
from the same neighborhood with Suge Knight. They all grew up.
We already know the story.
Yeah, but listen.
I'm just saying, there was some black officers.
Out of L.A., it's a different thing.
Yeah, but here is, we need.
They have niggas from the neighborhood like, yeah, you gonna be a cop.
So
you gonna be a lawyer.
So we're gonna dead this. We're gonna dead this conversation, but leave it here. Is do we now teach our children that all police officers are not bad, and that this may be they're not all bad. And should we? Wait, no. We're leaving it right here. And should this be a field that you need to go in so you can be a change? But yeah, it's time.
I want to say this right quick.
Go ahead.
We not teaching our kids that. Our kids are seeing this bullshit they doing and not liking the police.
No, what I'm saying is,
and are in fear of the police from what they're seeing.
But what I'm saying, how do you
doing it?
Right, and how do you change the narrative?
You can't. What can I do?
But if we already, you can.
You can.
Just think about it. If we tell our children it's okay to be police officers and then they infiltrate the police station, now we have a change. But if we're telling them they're all bad, then they're never going to go in there. And then what I'm saying is the chips are stacked against us already because we're not trying to penetrate it. So that's like anything else you do.
Is that people who actually join the...
They are taught to be this way.
I don't even want to say it like that, but you don't even really know how it really is to be a black officer. Right. Like they still ain't playing fair there. It's still day game there. So regardless, you're still that black cop. So you could be that black cop and try to be that change. You still got another man above you that's cutting all that off.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna choose?
You really don't have no, unless you really gonna change like the whole.
Or you gonna lose your job.
And the big police chiefs.
Are you gonna book me for no reason?
So we're gonna end this because we're gonna. Because I'm asking, how do we change it? And nobody's just.
There's nothing you can do.
There's always something you can do.
It's white supremacy, man. It's part of the game.
Let's go to a lighter topic.
Let's go to a lighter topic.
Right.
Like I
Y'all
said,
done
this
got
shit been going
me-
on for
It
years,
is.
man. And why we getting emotional about it?
Because we
That's
tired
the
of
reason
this
why.
shit.
That's the reason why I said that in the beginning. There's nothing has changed.
Nothing.
So therefore, nothing to get emotional about.
That's just the way it is.
Just
What part
spread the facts about it, and let's keep it moving, baby.
I agree.
That's
The
it.
motherfucker kill a
Shit,
motherfucker
you
on
keep getting
camera and get
emotional.
off. Forget
We
about it.
keep getting emotional about things that we already know is going on and done been going on for years. We can't do nothing about it.
If you're a
Simple
black
things.
officer, man, stand up.
You know what
That's
I mean?
all I'm saying. If you're a black officer, when we out here protesting and marching, step your ass on the other side, nigga. Step on the other side,
That's gonna be
nigga.
hard for them to do.
Man, it is what it is.
That's gonna
If
be
you
hard.
really want it, but you riding with that shit because you with it. You are taught this. You are taught blue before black.
They want that paycheck.
All right, they got.
Man,
So, listen.
what paycheck?
Next topic. We're gonna talk about the Nicole Murphy versus the
Bitches ain't shit.
Summer fine.
Next topic.
Leela Rashad. Right?
Leela Rashad.
And basically,
Ignorant.
This ain't nothing new. Bitches ain't shit. Next topic, man.
so Bo is next topic and everything.
Okay, what?
I know you is, but I'm just saying. So we're gonna shoot it to
Oh
Tony
my God.
on this one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So basically, the question is about it because everything popped off about Nicole Murphy messing with the married man, and then Leela Rashad is the wife, and people on social media was talking about because she
I
let
had her on my
herself
wall and
that people talking about her because she gained weight. This is the reason why he stepped out on the marriage. And so we're trying to get your opinion on that. So I'm going to shoot it to Tony.
Sure. Why not shoot it to me?
Go ahead.
Take on this. Why not?
Go ahead.
Well,
I had Jay
what
on
I
the wall
think,
too.
what I
but
think
go ahead.
is, how you greet them is how you keep them. You know what I'm saying? So if you greet
Not
me,
both ways.
if you greet me doing or looking or acting or providing or what the fuck ever. I mean, whatever it is, if you doing these things in the beginning, taking care of yourself and keep yourself up, eating all healthy because you want to get these movie roles or you want to get these roles or you want to get look good in these outfits. You want to pose on Instagram. You want to look good. You know what I'm saying? You want to do this, and then we link up and we get together, and you looking good. So I want to marry you. But then you want to go and
You get comfortable. Now you done got comfortable.
and then you want to gain an extra 100.
To the 100.
You want to gain an extra 100 on them. You know what I'm saying?
What I've learned.
And
go
then
ahead.
it's not even about the weight.
Okay.
Let's just put it right there. It's not about the weight to me. Right? So what it's about is the fact that you allow yourself. You allow your damn self to gain an extra 100 pounds or whatever without even discussing this with me.
And we're gonna assume she didn't gain those 100 pounds because you ain't stressing her out, you ain't cheating on her, you ain't beating on her. We gonna assume that that's the scenario.
She had 4
so
babies.
we're gonna throw out all of those scenarios. She doesn't have a health problem. This is what we were saying. Like we gonna throw out all those conditions that
Throw
made
out all them conditions. Just add the fact that you just want to
health
look
problems.
good your goddamn self.
All of that.
See, let me
Because
tell
that's what I'm saying. Most
you
women
something.
You want to wear the nice hair to get. You want to get put on the makeup. You want to wear the nice clothes, and it don't matter what size your ass is. You still want to go put this shit on. So why would you think that I'm gonna still be the same man that I was when you was what you was 10 years ago?
I'm weak.
I would like for us to have had a conversation about this 100 pounds because you definitely didn't talk to me about this. If we would have talked about it, I still love you, but we could have really made this a lot easier.
He on his own. Anybody watch it? I'm not. That's. I ain't
So
got
what
nothing
you
to do
saying?
with that shit. I ain't with that shit he talking about.
Okay, so then you know how Bo always call people out. I'm
Okay,
finna call him
this
out.
is
'Cause-
me.
No, I'm finna call you out because when we originally was talking about that, he say that didn't matter because you want to be that in love
But
that it don't matter. Ain't that what he
exactly.
said?
I said
Okay.
one thing I know about when you love somebody, that shit, when you be like, what the fuck, and a motherfucker with them, like, love don't care if you love that person. Right. If you love them for their body, shit, that's why I say love is something that can't change. See what I'm saying? You got to give somebody something that you can't buy. You know what I mean? To be able to call it love. But if you see something that could change, like somebody's appearance that could change, and now I don't love you no more, that shit flawed.
It's real flawed.
I said, while we had a conversation, I said love you.
No, it ain't. That's man. You cheating. You cool with what Francois did?
Here we go.
Don't
do that. Don't do that.
No,
I said why we ain't had a conversation. So again, it goes back to having a conversation and communication. I'm not. Listen,
I'm finna gain 100 pounds. You with it?
Hell no. Hell fuck no.
Like she woke up and
hell fuck no.
Hey, I'm going to get 100 pounds more. You coming? With me?
You next thing you know, if you ain't on top of that shit, that shit don't happen in front of your ass.
It will happen, but I mean it's a conversation
that ain't gonna be overnight though, my
But I will tell you this:
is
that if your relationship is based on what somebody physically look like, then you don't have a true relationship anyway. The foundation is rocky.
They have.
But you still want your people to look good.
I felt like he wasn't. It could really go two ways.
Okay.
He's either wrong because he didn't express to her, his wife, that, you know what I'm saying, hey babe, I want you to lose a couple pounds. Like, oh babe, when I go walking, you slide with me, so you know what I'm saying, I want you to get back in shape with me. If you never express those things in a generous, kind way,
right, then
you wrong as hell for going out cheating on somebody because you're sort of not as attractive to them because they done gained a couple weight. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga been cheating.
But if you done express to her, like, babe, like, you working out, you want her to come with you, she not with it, she's turning it down, it's months, years, now we at about 2 years, you still don't want to go work out with me, then you liable to probably get cheated on and don't nobody really feel bad, because at that point you don't care.
I told you.
Because at that point you don't care about your relationship.
My brother,
you don't give a fuck. So now both of us don't give a fuck.
Now both of us don't give a fuck.
So that's why I say that's really the only two ways that
can
go.
provoke a nigga to cheat on your ass. Don't get it twisted.
You can't provoke nobody.
Shit me. You just said, motherfucker, you gained 100. I've been telling your ass. I'm going to Lake Vista. What's up? All right.
I'm here Crescent Lake. You coming?
Hey, what you gonna do? You good? Okay, cool.
Christmas gift been
if the communication was there and the change still wasn't made, then you're like.
So the question is, why don't you just leave if you're that unhappy?
See, it ain't about
because I still love you.
I love you.
I don't love that.
I still love you. I don't love the fact that you
it's just the
let
attraction.
yourself go.
The attraction.
Because I'm not physically attracted to you as I was and like I would like to still be. However, motherfucker, you turning me down for the gym?
And then I don't want to lose half my shit too at the same time. So
yeah, I ain't trying to
lose a rich guy. And from me seeing all that, Buddy been doing his thing. She just embarrassed because it got caught. You know what I'm saying? Niggas,
she might have even been allowing it to go on.
Exactly.
A lot of them do.
You see what I'm
when
saying?
you get to the point where you're like,
she can't control
I ain't going to do.
At this age, she like, you
this
know
nigga in France? What the fuck he was?
Man, that man all over the
Italy.
country.
He was in Italy.
Man all over the world, man.
The same place goddamn Mello was at.
Yeah, man all over the
place.
place.
So they taking these hoes to Italy. Let me find out.
We got these hoes. Yeah, we chilling.
Let me find out what you hoes in Italy.
So he Mello cheating, and we know Lala on top.
On top
but
of what?
And me and her body, she still look good.
Man, this bitch is shitting on Lala.
Man, you said
Lala ain't top 1,000.
I'm just saying, she still look the same.
Well, did you see his baby mama, the stripper?
No, she's not a stripper. She's actually she's a doctor.
Oh, she's a doctor. Oh.
See, they put that out there.
They need to make corrections out here on
you
Google,
ain't
man.
mean no niggas like that. Ain't mean no strippers. Trust me. The reason why, let me go and switch this shit up. My bad.
No, go ahead.
The reason why you see black successful men with white women because ain't none on that level. You're not gonna be in a building. You're not gonna be at this party. You're not gonna be nowhere around this shit. It's only gonna be these white bitches.
Okay, so before you go on, I'm gonna totally disagree.
That's
There's a lot of black women that say
Name
they stuff
one.
but I will tell you
Just
this.
name one.
No, I'm not. No, we don't have to name them.
Yes, we do.
Because you can't name one white when you just know they white and they there. But
Exactly.
what I'm saying is they position themselves to be there so that
you're not getting in here if you're not nobody.
Listen,
My daddy is what's the name? The judge for.
what?
My uncle is. These niggas ain't got no bullshit white bitches. These white bitches got a line of their family is somebody. Name a nigga who got a bum ass white bitch.
First of all, Kobe Bryant was a bum before he got it. Kobe Bryant
She's from Italy.
No. Kobe Bryant
She
paid
from
off.
Italy.
Her family got
everybody
plenty
from
plenty money.
No. Not at first. Kobe Bryant paid off all their debt.
So
what?
the fuck?
This is when it. So
That's what Kobe did with her since.
Yeah, but
Kobe been with her since high school.
We have
What
a
are you
comment.
talking? They've been together since high school. Like
Comment
she
says,
ain't have
Like,
no money.
comment. You trying to?
comment says,
You reaching?
black women don't put
I'm not
up with
reaching.
what white women put up with.
Black women don't put up what white women put up with.
I would have to agree.
I would disagree with that shit. Oh hell.
I would have to
I know
agree.
some black
White
women.
women
they
just
will
know
put
their
up with-
position.
We just talked about a domestic
Most
abuse.
white women come from a mother and
Black
father
women
in the
will put up
house.
with more domestic
So they
abuse
know-
than but what the
Who
white
is it?
women.
I doubt it.
I think
White women know their position.
they'll both go through it.
What?
White women know their position, man.
Man, white women to get slapped and put on the makeup and go to work.
My
the next day.
stepmom, my daddy been with my stepmama 25 years, man. White woman. They one of the best ladies I ever met in my life. Treat me better than my own goddamn mama. White women know their position and they respect their motherfucking man. It is what it fucking
And
is.
his kids.
And his kid treat me like nigga gold.
That's one of the things.
Death, nigga.
That's one of the things black women ain't trying to do though, boy.
Hell
if
no.
your ass a
Not
black
my
man with kids,
Yeah.
they ain't trying to rush to get to know your goddamn
That
kids
is
right away.
not true.
Well, some do,
That is
but I'm
not
saying they not trying
Okay,
to
I'm
rush
listening.
for you to bring your kids over there and spend the
woman-
night and stay there summer and all
Let me
this
be
shit.
honest with you. A lot of dudes are not even open to even starting that relationship with none of the women that they're even with. So that's why a lot of times there is no interaction
They
with
scared.
kids and none of that.
They scared.
Who's scared?
The man.
Man, that
What
shit.
for? If
That
you
shit-
no,
that
so
shit
if
is a
you
real
could be
fucking
no.
situation.
If you could
You
be
know
with a
why they're
woman
scared?
and
Because you know that woman is not the woman that's gonna be able to hold you and your
So
kids
what
down
if it
as a
is the
stepmama.
Read
one?
the
What if
comment.
it is the
If
one?
it is, you gonna know it is, and you won't be scared to start a
Exactly.
relationship.
So
And
why
then
Dolly
when you
look at-
bring them in,
the
a
thing is,
bitch treat your
if-
kids like
if you choose for this person to be
They
your
said,
woman,
comment said, you hit that white woman, you going to jail.
Yeah, you hit that black woman, you gonna
Black
jail
woman
too.
gonna fight you
Shit. She gonna fight you there, call the police on your ass when you done left.
and then
You done
come
left and
be the
hit it, and
first one to bitch
she
your
know
ass.
you finna go smash
Listen.
somebody else, she finna call the police, boy.
so we done really got off a
And
topic.
then
Like
she
we
gonna
went,
come. She's gonna come.
No,
be
you
the
can't
first one
gain-
to visit
I'm just
your
saying,
ass in the
if
joint
you-
when she
listen.
booked her dumb ass.
Majority of the time, man, a man ain't gonna leave his wife because she gained weight. That's just not the reason he gonna leave. Because
Right.
he love her, especially if it's his wife. So let's just be clear about that, right? This is a show, so we, you know what I'm saying, we having fun. However, at the same time, a man ain't gonna leave his wife because she gained weight, but at the same time, he would like for his woman to take the initiative to start to lose that weight that she may have gained during pregnancies along the way, so that he can start to see her like he saw her before. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to be what you used to be physically. You know what I'm saying?
Aspiring. He meant aspiring.
Aspiring, yeah, that's what I said. Aspiring to be what you was physically when you were younger, but have grown mentally. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing really wrong with that. So that's
Man,
that's my point of view.
My
That's
thing
your
is, focus on your mind and not your behind, man. One thing I know, your ass ain't gonna look the same.
and you know what?
Hey,
We're gonna end it
but
right
this
there
right
because that
here-
was a good one.
This
That
right
is a good
here,
one.
So we're gonna leave that
Never
one right
leave
there.
Your
So
mind.
now the next question is
Facts.
in relationships, right? Should the bills be split 50-50? How should we run this household?
Oh shit.
Listen, first of all, I just want to say the whole conversation on even what is 50-50. I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, shit just get done.
Right.
Whatever needs to be done, it gets done. Whoever's handling it, that's who's handling it. If he's stepping up and doing it, that's who's stepping up and doing it. It should never be we're calculating on what I'm doing and what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, 50-50 in my mind just means I'm going to put 50 up towards this relationship and you put 50 up towards this relationship.
We got a joint account anyways.
So
I agree with joint accounts.
People are just trying to calculate how much everyone is spending and I spent this and spent that. When you're doing that, you're not even in a relationship. Like that's like your whole life.
When you got your money and my money, is that shit ain't gonna last. That shit
ain't gonna last.
That shit ain't even real.
I would say it's
nothing real about
right?
that.
Situational. Whatever floats your boat. Per se.
Right.
Like, I agree with everybody on there, right? We was having this conversation. So, like, people be like, oh, you need to 50-50. If the bills are $100 a month, I need $50 from you. I think it's personally stupid if the person definitely don't have $50. Especially if you bringing more money to the table.
Right.
So, my suggestion is, again, do what works for you. So if he brings in 80,000 and I bring in 20,000, together we have 100,000, right?
Make that shit happen.
So then we do need to make it happen. But with that being said, he can pay 80% of the bills and I pay 20% of the bills. It's still making it happen.
And then go around with $2 in my pocket.
And then we both still got money in our pocket, right? And so what we need to do is just make sure that we have money in the bank, our bills are paid, and we're able to still live.
Where? This is where y'all get it fucked up at. Where? That's WE''RE. Where? That mean us, motherfucker. You can't be in no relationship talking about, listen, man. But let me tell you something though, before I even switch out.
Because you know it's coming.
A lot of people do that shit for control of shit. You gotta know the difference. A motherfucker wanna pay all the bills so they can be like, whenever they feel like, hey, yeah, pack that shit.
That's right.
So you gotta know the difference. You know what I'm saying? You gotta basically keep your own shit till you know it's fucking real, my nigga. Moving in with a broad or a broad moving in with a man and you don't know really what's, if a nigga ain't trying to let you pay, it depends. Like, you gotta know who you dealing with.
All right, so a lot of times what happens is we get caught up in this infatuation, right? So we allow the man to move in with us, the female, a lot of men to move in with them or whatnot, right? And there's no communication. Again, we go back to this word because a lot of times you allow the man to move in, and then you don't know he don't necessarily know what his role is. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you're telling him, okay, well, when you get in, you're supposed to come in and be the provider. You see what I'm saying? So the 50-50 thing, really to me, is about, like they was talking about, it's more so what the team has to offer, more so than what the individual has if we're together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we're doing a lot of calculations. We're trying to figure out, okay, well, again, like she was saying, like Dolly was saying, who paid this last? Who paid for this last? Who did this last? When we're not thinking about a long-term relationship.
Right.
We're only looking at, okay, well, 50-50 right now is I know what I did last time.
You shouldn't keep scoring.
I know what I did last time. I know what I spent on last time. But you're not thinking about the long run. You only seem to be thinking about the quick sell, or the, you know what I'm saying, what's going on right now, the microwave mentality. You know what I'm saying, and that's what we all tend to have when we're in these type of relationships. We haven't seen, you know, a successful relationship that's working with conflict resolution and people actually, you know, knowing what it means to be together and working together to make each other happy, and not really looking at it like,
Dolly,
hey,
take a look.
I scored this, or I did this, or I did that.
Comment says you supposed to establish all that before you move in with one
Exactly.
another.
That was
True.
just about
Exactly.
to say that. If you don't have those conversations,
Ain't nobody in this motherfucker ever did that. So next,
no, I'm just saying.
next question.
But I've never
That's
done.
not
And
true.
you know what? That's not.
Honestly,
that
I
ain't
think the most important thing is you shouldn't even have to move in with one another. Y'all should be trying to establish something together.
Exactly.
So if you get
Even if you
somewhere
establish it
it's
together.
not oh, this is mine or this is mine. This is what we got together.
when you coming from the, like, say you got a dude coming from the motherfucking streets.
Offhand.
You got a nigga coming from the streets. He can't put his name on shit.
He ain't got a part to piss in on the window.
So goddamn it,
shit. The fuck you mean? Talking about some trying to go get something together.
Don't have a nigga with something. You have a nigga with something. It's gonna.
Majority of the time, the niggas that can go and do what they can do already done did it. If you get with a man that ain't got nothing, it's for a reason. That means you finna have to come in and help fix some shit. You definitely finna come in and have to help fix some shit.
You need fixing.
You know what I'm saying? And this is a reality behind the situation, because if you looking at it, you know what I'm saying, in a wide scope of things, majority of men really want to be in control of the relationship. And not necessarily control like that. It's just the fact that when we talking about providing for our families,
it's hard.
He wants to be the one that has the house, or you know what I'm saying, be the provider, or doing what he needs to do, so his kids that are looking up to him.
Okay,
respect him.
So I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand that, right? Mm-hmm. That a man wants to have complete control. They want to feel like they're taking care of the household.
Because a woman want that security.
Right? A woman does want that security. So if it comes to the point to where sometimes you got to take the back seat and let your girl drive, is that a problem?
That ain't a problem, but a lot of times a lot of girls don't know when to step up. So they'll sit back and wait for the shit to be disaster. And then be like looking for you as a man to say something, when a man 9 times out of 10 is gonna be reluctant to say, "Baby, I need help." Baby, help me.
But then that goes back into the line of communication.
That may be true.
That goes
it
back.
Ain't even that.
If I'm your girl, you can't be afraid to tell me that you need help.
And on top of that, let's say I do.
You don't even need to listen.
But let's say that before you say this, and before you say that, Tony, to jump on to what you're saying. You're right. A lot of times y'all are very reluctant to tell us, but if that's your woman, typically we know, and then we try, but y'all don't let us. Like I've seen
because your ego still get in the way.
So like I've seen where
some of y'all won't call your baby mamas for help on something, knowing she can help you with something right now, but you won't call her just because I don't want to ask.
It ain't even the ego.
I don't want her to be the one to help.
It's the back end. Fuck, nigga, I helped you out. Nigga, I did this. Nigga, as soon as you be like, man, I can't do it. Oh, nigga, when I this is why people are reluctant to ask a bitch for anything. A motherfucker who been doing for themselves since they was kids, like myself, I don't want nothing from a motherfucker.
Typically, those people don't want anything either. But why people throw it in their face? Because you don't appreciate the things that they've done.
No, it's because they don't. You don't do what they want you to do.
No,
how can you say somebody
it
don't
ain't
appreciate it?
It's like,
what are you saying? At the moment that you did it, I appreciate it. How long do I need to hold on to the appreciation?
Somebody else said something.
Yeah,
communication is key.
It's always key.
How long do we need to hold on to the appreciation?
Fuck is communication?
So again,
hold on, establish that. Establish communication.
So we're in a relationship.
Expressing how you feel without animosity, without
feeling any kind of way about it.
You telling me just straight up how you feel, and I'm telling you straight up how I feel about something.
A heart to heart, man. Having a real heart to heart conversation.
And this is where communication is broken, right? With women and men, with real men. Women go off emotion. A man like myself only deal with facts
and emotions too.
I'm not gonna care about how you feel about something that's a fact, something that can't fucking change, and you feel some kind of way about it. How can I care when this is what it's gotta be? You understand what I'm saying?
It's the
I don't want to do, motherfucker. We got to. But you and your feelings by something, and it's like
it's your delivery.
It is the delivery, and you have to learn to have compassion for those that you
love.
Fuck
the delivery when it's real.
No,
you
see that's exactly. Thank y'all. Thank you.
You can both of y'all. You can deliver a message without being.
Oh no, we ain't gonna.
One of the things that I had a big problem with is my delivery, bro, in my life, because a lot of times I done lost a lot of people behind it. And it's just been sometimes, bro. You just be too real. Some people can't handle that shit.
That's their
Just
problem.
We're not. That's what I'm saying. That's what make us who we are, bro. Some people can't accept our differences. Everybody looking to be similar with everybody.
You
can't be similar with everybody around you, because everybody around you don't think like you. And it goes back to what we were saying, bro. We're not the same.
Pride shouldn't take lead in relationship. Y'all are supposed to be one.
Exactly. So
Facts.
that's the thing. So when we talk about,
you know, in this situation, a motherfucker can't wait to tell a nigga no. You ever been in a situation where it's people who can't wait to be like no, cause you be on your shit so hard and it's like they can't wait to be like, this motherfucker will never. I can't wait cause I'm gonna tell them no.
That's the
people
wrong
in
person.
your life.
That's
No,
the
just
wrong
life
person.
period,
I mean,
not relationship. Even relationships.
That's the wrong
we gotta
person.
be able to identify them.
You do.
You gotta be able to identify them to be able to get away from them. But however, we still want to fuck them.
So listen,
That's what it be.
That ain't got nothing to do with
so to wrap it up, because we got like 30 seconds left of the show
we still
for
wanna
tonight.
smash and shit, man. We'll take it. We'll take it because we men. So we'll take it. We'll take all that abuse. You cuss me out. You call me a fuck nigga. All right, I ain't calling you out for 2 weeks.
Let me hit that shit though.
I'll call you back. I'll hit your ass back
So
in 2 weeks. You'll calm down. You'll calm down.
So that person.
That's how a nigga used to be. That's what I'm saying. When you
Hold on. Okay, so that's the person that you don't need to be with.
Right.
And
Exactly.
you don't need to have a conversation about 50-50. But this is the juice. We have
A little bow.
Q.
I'm T.
Dolly B.
And this is the juice. We out.
Bye.
Yeah, bitch.
Peace.
Phone just.